Buenas chicos, chicas, hoy vamos a estar reaccionando a la Brawl Talk, chicos, porque va a haber el nuevo Brawler Sirius y no sé qué más, va a ser la primera vez que lo veo, así que vamos a empezar ya de ya, chavales, me he aguantado a toda la gente a Trevor y a todos para verlo aquí, así que subtítulos por favor que estén en español, voy a ver rápidamente si están en español, sí, está en español, perfecto. Pues vamos, ya de ya, a ver, os agradecería muchísimo un like y una suscripción que me ayudaría un montón, de verdad que me ayuda un montón, me pone súper feliz cuando lo veo, así que vamos a ver ya la Brawl Talk.
In this Brawl Talk, you will see Sirius, the 100 Brawler,
And Najee
El Brawler número 100, chavales.
thinks his employee,
Buffy's for another 6 Brawler,
A completely new trophy system,
Sands of Time, and Dragons and Fairy skins.
new game modes, improvements to buffies, and more.
So, welcome to Brawl Talk.
Oh, hey, what's up, Marcio?
Greetings, my dear companion Daniel. Look at him, so innocent and powerless. He has no idea that I want to take over Brawl Talk and make the whole world watch me.
Y esto,
Sirius is a
chavales.
100 Brawler. So you know,
Ole,
he has to do
número
something
100.
special. Not only is he ultra legendary with a unique playstyle where he can control shadows of other
Vale.
brawlers, he's our first
Pero
ever
¿cómo?
villain.
Sirius's backstory
El
is as
villano.
mysterious as his powers. Rumors say he owned the first ever
pero que es
attraction
como-
in Star
esto-
Park, but he was losing
es como
attention
un
once brawling started becoming more popular than his shadow tricks, and now he's
Guapo,
back for
chavales.
revenge.
Sirius' main
Qué
attack
guapo,
fires
qué
two
guapo, pero va a
projectiles
estar un
at the
poquito
same
roto, yo
time.
creo,
A
¿eh?
Shadow Strike, which fires
creo que
in
va
a
a estar
straight line,
roto.
and a Star Bomb, which can be manually aimed and deals
Va a
area
hacer
damage.
mucho
Sirius
daño
will
al
collect the
principio.
Brawler Shadow after a certain number of
Sí,
hits. But
encima,
what are
su
Brawler
ulti-
Shadows?
Sirius steals the
Pero ¿qué hace
essence
su
of
ulti?
brawlers, bending their shadows to his will. His super summons up to 3
Hace
brawler
como si
shadows,
fuese
which share
otro- el
similar
mismo brawler
characteristics to their brawler
el que le ha atacado o
counterpart,
algo,
like
no
attacks
sé.
and health. A Frank shadow will have
Pero
more
¿qué
health
es
than a Leon
esto?
shadow, for example.
Madre.
Shadows will attack enemies and by default will follow Sirius around. But here's the really cool part. Sirius can actually control the shadow. By aiming his super, he can give them orders like guarding an area or attacking certain enemies.
Is this the start of a Brawl Stars RTS? Sirius is also launching with his Hypercharge, which summons stronger versions of his shadows.
And just like Sirius' chaotic nature, we are doing something different for his release event. More information on that closer to his release.
We're heading back to Pyramid Quest with this next brawler. Binks is getting a buddy. Or is it a rival?
Najee is a mythic damage dealer who uses her papercraft snakes to wreak havoc and poison the enemy. Originally hired by Finks to help make the puzzles in Pyramid Quest harder, her good nature led her to help free those trapped by Finks' time-warping mischief instead.
With her main attack, Naja holds a jar containing a deadly snake. While the jar is in flight, the snake can be released in any direction. This is extremely useful for hitting enemies behind walls or tricky spots, as well as giving her extremely long range. The jar deals damage while the snake poisons its target. Snake poison can also stack, dealing increased damage over time.
Naja's super, Danger Noodles, unleashes 3 of her paper snakes which slither a set distance and poison any enemies in an area. Her super can also be aimed, which throws the 3 snakes in a jar to a target location. Naja's Brawler's release event is on this date!
We are getting improvements to buffies and more buffies! First up, we've got the new buffies for the Retropolis and Rumble Jungle trios. Crow's Instadot now deals all the remaining poison damage to the poison target and converts it into a shield. With a buffy, it refreshes the poison damage. Crow's Poison Dagger now throws a kunai that
¿Qué
damages,
es esto?
slows,
¿Qué es esto?
and
¿Qué es esto?
poisons the buffies
Esperaos,
and more
esperaos.
buffies! First
A ver.
up, we've got the new buffies for the
Los
Retropolis
nuevos
and
buffies,
Rumble
chavales.
Jungle trios. Crow's
Los nuevos
Instadot now
buffies.
deals all the remaining poison
A
damage
ver.
to the poison target and converts it
Ok.
into a shield. With a
Encima un
buffy,
rework
it
de
refreshes
Crows.
the poison damage. Crow's
Madre
Poison
mía,
Dagger now
cuántas
throws a
cosas, cuántas
kunai that
cosas.
damages, slows, and poisons the first
Cuántas
enemy
cosas,
hit. With a
cuántas
buffy,
cosas.
the kunai
Tú.
also bounces
¿Qué es
to a
eso?
close target, causing the same
Qué locura,
effect.
qué
Extra
locura, qué
toxic with the
locura, qué
buffy
locura,
now
qué
makes Crow
locura.
deal more damage for each enemy poisoned. poison. Carrion Crow with the Buffy makes his poison last slightly longer. Crow's Hyper Buffy makes his main attack pierce and return to him while hypercharged.
Buah, qué
Bibi's Vitamin
locura.
Booster with the Buffy
Párate.
charges her home run bar and life steals when hitting a target. Bibi's Extra Sticky now throws
Vale.
a sticky gum
Esto va a
at
estar
an
épico,
area
¿eh?
that slows enemies. With the Buffy,
Buah, yo
the
creo que
slow
esto puede
effect
estar
gets
épico,
stronger
chavales.
the longer the gum stays on the ground. Bibi's
Vale.
home run Buffy gives extra damage on the home run attack.
Vale, daño
and batting
extra.
stance with the Buffy gives Bibi a
La
shield when
defensiva
she hits an
su-
enemy with her super. Bibi's
Vale.
Hyper Buffy
Buah,
makes her
buah, buah,
attack faster.
Bull's
Los
T-Bone
básicos.
Injector now throws a projectile
Qué
at the
guapo,
target
Buffy.
brawler that deals damage
Y
and heals
le hace
Bull on
daño y
impact.
encima
With
se
Buffy,
cura.
it also marks the opponent for 5 seconds, gaining life steal
Vale.
against it. Bull Stomper now stomps
Qué
around
guapo.
him, slowing enemies nearby. If enemies are
Sí.
already slowed, it stuns instead. With Buffy, it also
Vale.
grants movement speed. Bull's Berserker with Buffy instantly charges his super if he takes down a brawler during the star power
Ostras.
effect. As for Tough Guy with Buffy, if you take a brawler down during this stage, Bull becomes invulnerable
vuelve
for a
inmune.
short period of time. With his Hyper
Qué
Buffy,
locura.
his attacks pierce
Qué
enemy,
locura.
but deal less damage to
Madre
enemies
mía.
further away.
Pero
Nita's
¿qué
Bear
eso?
Paws with the Buffy will
eso
cause
qué es?
Bruce to
Porque
gain
aparece
more
un pez
damage for
ahí.
a limited time.
Pero bueno,
Paw
ostras,
Four
hace
with the
como un-
Buffy will
el primer
make Bruce
ataque es más
invulnerable
daño.
for a very short
Otra
time.
vez
Nita's
inmunes
Buffy Bear with
a
me
todo,
can
hermano.
now
No me lo puedo creer,
overheal
de verdad.
herself or
Pero,
Bruce.
tío.
And Hyper Bear with the Buffy
Qué locura.
will give
Además,
Nita
chavales,
boosted reload
era mi
speed
anterior
when summoning
main,
Bruce.
chavales,
With her
Nita.
Hyper Buffy, she fires a longer, faster,
Buah,
and
buah,
wider
buah.
path.
Siendo
Leon's
main
clone projector
cambia
now
mucho.
deals minor damage,
Yo me acuerdo
and
de
with
ese
the
mapa de
Buffy,
atraco,
Leon
que
can
una vez
reactivate the
Nita ahí
gadget to swap
no
positions
llegaba
with his
desde ahí.
clone. Lollipop Drop can now be thrown, and with the Buffy, Leon
Vale.
and his allies get boosted movement speed in the area.
Ok.
Leon's smoke trails with the Buffy deal more damage on the first attack while Leon
En
is
la primera
invisible.
ráfaga
And
será, ¿no?
Invisiheal with the Buffy makes the super last slightly longer. His Hyper
Vale.
Buffy makes his attacks do full damage regardless of the distance he is from the enemy.
Bull's
¡Qué
Super Totem
locura!
can now be thrown. With Buffy,
bien,
the
qué
totem
bien.
gains more range. As for Tripwire, Bo now fires arrows to
Reward.
trigger his mine, which
¿Qué
knock
es
back any
esto?
brawler in their pack. With the Buffy, it increases the
¿Qué
range
es
of the mine.
esto?
Bo Circling Eagle with the Buffy makes Bo no longer
No, no,
visible
no,
when attacking from
no, 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 no. Pero. ¿Qué me estás enseñando tú ahora? Que es invisible desde un monstruo. Como se
Bo now
diga.
fires arrows to trigger his mine, which knock back any
Y
brawler
este-
in
y
their
este
pack. With the
gadget,
Buffy, it
qué
increases the
locura, de
range of the
verdad.
mine. Bo Circling Eagle with the Buffy makes
Pero-
Bo no longer visible when
pero-
attacking from a bush.
pero-
As for Snare Bear with the Buffy, it makes the placement of the
Ya
mines
está, nuevo brawler
faster.
meta.
Bo's Hyper Buffy shoots an extra arrow and all of
Y
them have
encima
a bigger
4.
explosion radius.
Nah,
And
no,
as you
meta.
remember, if any of these
Bo,
brawlers had
ya
a
veréis,
mythic gear,
chavales.
it will be removed
En un
and
mes
its
Bo
value
va a estar
refunded
meta.
back to you.
Va a ser
As for
meta.
Buffy improvement, this
100%.
new batch of Buffys will come in a new claw machine.
100%.
Each claw machine will come with the first pull for free. A random Buffy will be available in Mega Quests every month, and there'll be more
Vale.
ways to get coins and power points
Ole,
in
muchas
our new
monedas,
rush
puntos de
events.
fuerza.
More about this later in the video.
Bueno, lo dirá
The new
después.
trophy system
Los
has
prestigios.
no reset.
It's time to flex your brawler
¿Qué es esto de guapo?
Show off your skill with new brawler title.
Your path to
Nuevos
prestige
títulos de brawler,
starts
¿sabes?
now. Or actually, in the next update. There's a lot of new stuff and changes, so hang
Madre
tight.
mía,
So
yo
now,
hago
from
fiesta, que
0
ya
to 1,000
sabemos.
trophies, you will get Brawler Cosmetic icon.
Vale.
At 250 trophies, you will get a player icon
Vale,
and
los
a spray. At
250
500, you will
gemas.
get 3 pins.
A las 500, chavales. Con la serie de las 500 copas. Vamos a tener con todos los brawlers
At
esto, chavales.
750, you will get a 29 gem skin.
Vale.
And when you reach 1,000 trophies, you will
Y-
get a gold Brawler title. You will notice that some
Un
of
Brawler
these
del
rewards are
título
from
dorado.
records. And this means we are removing
Bueno.
these cosmetics from records and making them more accessible for more
Ajá.
players. So playing a new Brawler or your favorite ones should feel more rewarding in general. You are also getting more
Vale.
trophies per win, and win streaks go up to plus 10 trophies. So pushing trophies should be
¿Quieres conseguir
faster.
10?
But hold on. We know that skillful players want to flex their skills and achievements that nobody else can reach. So let's talk Prestige. Once you get to 1,000 trophies, you unlock Prestige 1, and it will change the brawler icon to a cool, edgy neon one. Also, your 1,000 trophies are now saved, and you will never be able to lose them, as after Prestige 1, you will start getting Prestige trophies, and they will also count towards Trophy Road. Once you hit 1,000 Prestige trophies, you get a Prestige 2.
In Prestige 2, you get your Brawler rank change and a unique player icon. At this point, you have proven you are really good with this Brawler, so this icon will be quite rare to get. And that's a cool achievement and such, but nothing like Prestige 3. For OG players, Prestige 3 would be the equivalent of the rank 35 we had years ago. There's no more win streak bonus, no underdog, and matchmaking would try to be as accurate as possible. So if you get to Prestige 3, you are probably one of the best players with that brawler, and you'll be rewarded with the new brawler Titan in Neon.
This is going to be a new permanent system in the game, so it might seem grindy, but
as possible. So if you get to Prestige 3, you are probably one of the best players with that brawler, and you'll be rewarded with the new brawler Titan in Neon.
This is going to be a new permanent system in the game, so it might seem grindy, but remember that trophies do not reset anymore.
After prestiging one brawler, you will also get a new prestige battle card, and a cooler one if you prestige 25 different brawlers, and a shinier one after you prestige 50. You and everyone else will be able to see all the brawlers you have prestige in your brawler profile.
As for leaderboards, it will be measured by your total trophies plus total prestige trophies and your total number of prestiges. The previous prestige system will be retired and moved as a legacy stat in your player profile.
And lastly, we are also changing how matchmaking works. The trophy system will use a hidden MMR. This system is mainly based on your skill and not on your trophies. This means that the further you push, the more skillful your opponents will be. But it doesn't necessarily mean they would have the same number of trophies as you.
This new system will be coming to the game in the next update, which means the current trophy season is going to be shorter, but everyone will get an ultra trophy box as compensation for that. And if you can find enough season trophies this season, you can get another one.
Y
This is
otra.
also the last time your trophies
Bueno,
will be
eso sí
reset.
lo
The
ganan,
trophy
sí.
season boxes will be
Consigues
removed from the
3000.
system and now will be
Van a
given
ser
a community
eliminados
event.
y solo en eventos de comunidad, chavales. Bueno, no sé qué ha pasado aquí. ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Se me ha jugado solo a mí o qué?
As compensation for that. And if you can grind enough season trophies this season, you
A
can get
ver.
another one.
This is also the last time your trophies will be reset. The trophy season boxes will be removed from the system and now will be given a community event. And of course, there are a lot of changes around trophies,
Vale,
so we
ya.
might be tweaking and improving the system in upcoming
Ok.
updates.
Puntos de Fibri.
Rush events are the new way to get more
Buah,
coins,
esto es muy
power
bueno,
points,
chavales.
chaos drops, and even
Chaos
bonus
drops.
trophies. You just have to press
Y
and hold
por
this
dos
massive
de
button on the game mode selection screen,
trofeos.
and once
Imaginaros,
it's activated, every
Ya
match
que
you
había
play
dicho
will
que te dan 10, puedes conseguir 10 como máximo. Y en supervivencia puedes ganar otros 10. 10 más 10, 20. Más el doble, 40. Puedes llegar a ganar 40 copas. 40 copas. ¿Me lo estás diciendo en serio? 40 copas
reward
en
you
una
more. It only
partida.
lasts for a certain amount of time, so be sure to
Lo que
activate
no puedes
only
es
when
que
you have enough
imagínate en
time to play.
desventaja.
And only a
Más
suggestion,
4,
but you might want to be
44.
playing with your friends or in a team to increase your
Buah,
chances
qué
of
locura,
winning.
chavales. Jugar con equipo y eso, porque... Por jugar.
Our yearly
Nuevas
tradition
skins,
of bringing back the Sands of
Skins,
Time
skins.
skins. We got Sunstalker Lily,
Lily
Sandwalker Lily,
acechadora,
and
vale.
Night Sands Lily as one of the Brawl Pass skin sets. And Sultan
Vale.
Cordelius, Heated Sultan Cordelius,
Vale,
and
qué
Cool
guapo.
Sultan Cordelius as
Vale,
the
qué
other skin
guapos.
set option. And a reminder that you can get both skin sets with the Brawl Pass Plus.
Also in Santa Time, we
Hostia.
have Bodyguard BB that swapped her bat for a massive
Vale,
blade. From a
está muy
sentient
chula
video
esta
game
skin
to a
de BB.
cursed jar, we have Canopic Jar 8-bit.
Está
Dynasty
bueno, los
Dove,
básicos están
the
guapos,
chillest ruler in the dynasty.
Los
And
básicos están
lastly,
bastante
Magic Man
guapos.
Larry and Laurie, where Laurie becomes
Larry,
an evil
Laurie,
genie
quita
and Larry
códigos.
gets weird when you rub him.
Buah, está muy
Now,
bien.
for the
Madre
RPG
mía, otra
fans
vez.
out there, we have the Dragons and Fairies team.
Timadas
Fairy
y
Pony and
dragones.
her other two
Buah, ahí está ahí una
collaborations
de-
are one of the Brawl
de
Pass
Fran.
skin sets if you want
Es muy
something more
fea,
cute.
¿eh?
If you want something edgier, then
está
Dragon
muy
Reef and his
guapo, ¿eh?
other chromas might be more your style.
On the
Estas me
fairy
gustan
side,
más.
we still have Fairy Mina, which gives
De
her
Mina.
some nice celestial vibes. And Fairy
Bueno,
Frank, which looks like
esto,
the most
esto.
majestic creature that has ever
Es que los
stepped on
básicos están
Star
bien,
Farm.
pero...
As for the dragon side,
Lo de fuera
Dragon
no me
Macy
gusta.
has her arm in a shape
Pensaba
of a
que era
dragon
Dragon.
and connected to her heart,
Sí,
and
que está
Dragon
hecha esta
Brawl
skin,
has all
me
the
gusta
elements for
mucho.
an edge skin. Dragon wings,
Vale.
edgy purple mask, and a metal armor.
On the topic of dragons,
pues sí que sí.
Crow is getting the next Pro
Buah,
Pass skin. It
al
starts
Pro
like a
Pass
friendly
el Crow.
dragon version of Crow, but then it goes
Buah.
all the way up to an ultimate boss
¡Qué
dragon form. It
locura!
also has 2 chroma variations, Dragon Forge
¡Qué
Crow and Ghost
guapo!
Dragon Crow.
Yo, el
Just
Ghost.
stop it, man. Just stop.
And random
No,
skin
ya está para.
type with Royal Trunks, which
es
is
esto?
inspired by the
¡Hola,
Clash Royale
Clash
lock Bird
Royale!
Glow, which is the inverted
Entonces,
version of
¿qué
Clover,
Royale?
inflatable
Bird Glow.
melody, which is for
¡Ah,
April
qué
Fools.
guapo!
Dragon Crow.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto?
And random skin type with Royal Trunks, which is
El
inspired
Bird
by the
Glow.
Clash Royale lock Bird Glow, which is
Glowbert. No, Bert Glow. Y el pez está dentro y el humano está afuera.
the inverted version of Clover,
¡Qué
inflatable
guapo!
melody, which is for
Melody
April Fools, your thirsty
inflable.
melodians, and
Ah,
Bruce
esto va a
Nika.
ser para el día 1. Esa. Oh, está ahí a la derecha. Que Nita es el oso y el oso es Nita.
We have
¡Qué
new game
guapo!
modes, modifiers, and more.
Modos de
Starting
juego.
with Loaded Showdown.
¿Qué es esto?
Showdown boxes are now replaced with mystery boxes, and they will contain different kinds of power-ups, including
New special items
Power-ups.
that can be thrown or equipped
Madre
like
mía,
bowling
qué
balls,
locura. Otro
bombs,
modo ahora
and a
que
bumper card. It's
está
the
como
first
todo.
car in
¿Qué es
Brawl
esto?
Stars.
¿Qué es
we will also
esto?
have new boss
Pero
fights
un
with different
coche.
mechanics and special dungeon
Madre
maps.
mía, un
We have
boss
2
aquí
new
de
game modifiers
esto.
based on brawler powers. We have
Hola.
the Finks effects in some matches
Hola,
that
como
will
el de
stop projectiles
Finks,
for a short
pero todo el
time,
juego de
and
Finks.
moving sandstorms
Madre
just
mía.
like Sandy.
Treasure
Y
Hunt is
tormentas de
getting some
arena.
improvements and coming back to the game.
Van a
And
regresar,
Samurai
bueno,
Smash is getting
no me
a new
gustaba ni
wrapping
me-
around series. Now
no
you
me
have to
encantaba
defeat
tampoco.
Brawler Shadows in a team versus team match.
Vale.
Whoever defeats more shadows wins.
Ok, bastante
Also,
guapo.
this is coming.
Different VFX for shields. White shield when you respawn, yellow shield for damage reduction, and purple
Vale.
shield for when you get extra temporary health.
Bueno.
Here's got a hypercharge.
No
It fires 2 waves
importa.
of projectiles with the
Uy,
second
¿Qué?
wave dealing
¿Qué?
50.
¿Qué?
Different
Espérate, que lo
VFX
puse
for
por dos y no me he dado
White
cuenta.
shield when you respawn, yellow shield for damage reduction,
¿Qué es esto?
and
¿Qué es
purple
esto? ¿Qué es
shield
esto?
for
¿Qué es
when
esto?
you
¿Qué es
get
esto? ¿Qué es
extra
esto?
temporary health.
Pierce
¿Qué
got
es
a
esto?
hypercharge. He fires 2 waves of projectiles with the second
locura
wave
es
dealing
esa?
50% less
Pero,
damage. They also pierce brawlers, and you need a friend because Glover also has a hypercharge. Now he
A
causes
ver.
fear regardless of the
No,
direction he's
encima
facing,
les
and
dejas
it affects
marcados.
everyone around him. Fear targets
Les
also
dejas
take more
marcados.
damage from all sources. Hey
Ahí
everyone, this
está
is going
rota,
to be
¿eh?
my last Brawl Talk.
¿Qué? No, la última. La última de Drew, chavales. Suyo están haciendo esto de Toretto.
We were Brawl Brothers.
Sí, son.
Forget about it, cuz.
Sí lo están haciendo. Buah, como cuando se fue Ryan, Qué recuerdos. Ryan. No, pa' afuera. Como se grababa.
If you're not in a club, join a club.
Oh, you idiot!
We will always be
Qué
family,
locura.
even though we have our
Siempre
separate
somos
roads to
familia.
follow. Get it? Because we're driving cars on a road. That's called a metaphor.
No,
It
se va a ir
helps the audience
Drew.
understand the
Buena
story in an
insulta.
artsy way.
No, se va a
I'm not leaving the
Drew,
Brawl Stars team, but I'm
chavales.
moving to a new role. I've been writing stuff for Brawl for a while now, and I'm
Escribiendo
making it my full-time
contenido.
job. Remember, you can never leave Star
Nice.
Park.
Now claim this freebie.
Qué guapo, chavales. Bastante guapa la Brawl Talk, ¿eh? Muy guapa, chavales. Me ha gustado mucho. Todo, la verdad que me ha encantado. Bueno, chicos, lo voy a ir dejando por aquí. Espero que os haya gustado mucho el video. Un like y una suscripción me ayudaría mucho. Y adiós.